Hello, this is Representative Rick Larsen with this week's weekly recap with Rick. I want to start off the weekly recap with Rick by recognizing the horrific massacre that took place in Uvalde, Texas earlier this week. The death toll now is over 20. It's horrible. We have experienced mass shootings in our own area, including the mass shooting at Marysville High School a few years back. And we're well past the time where we should be doing thoughts and prayers. We need to have action from Congress. And so I'm calling upon the Senate to take up the bipartisan background check bill that we've already passed, to take up the Charleston loophole bill that we have already passed as well. And in a few weeks, when we'll be able, in Congress, we'll be taking up an extreme risk protection order bill as well to protect victims of gun violence. There's more that we can do, we should do. The House of Representatives is poised to do that. I'm calling upon the Senate to take action as well. No law will prevent all gun violence, but that is not the excuse that we should be using to take no action against gun violence. So please bear with us. We're working hard to get something passed here, much like we've done in Washington State, to protect people from the scourge of gun violence. Earlier this week as well, I had a meeting with the New Zealand Prime Minister, Jacinda Ardern. She was on Capitol Hill, and she's in the United States for a few days to give a speech, to visit folks as well. And we talked U.S.-New Zealand relations, trade, people-to-people exchanges, on the New Zealand's commitment to their own national security, but also support the efforts against Russia and Russia's unprovoked invasion of Ukraine. It is a great pleasure to meet with the Prime Minister. I will just tell you that she has a quiet charisma about her that comes through in person, as well as it comes through on TV when we get to see her here in the United States. She was on the Colbert Show earlier this week, and so she's been on Colbert several times more than I have, although I've been on once. She's been on several more times than I have. But a great pleasure to meet with the Prime Minister and talk about the important issues that the U.S. and New Zealand can face together. Earlier this week as well, I was at home in Mountlake Terrace, where I was at the Veterans Memorial Park, joining city leaders to discuss how the $2 million earmark that we got for the city of Mountlake Terrace will help them develop the trail between their city center plaza and the new Mountlake Terrace Transit Center there on I-5. And so it's safer, more accessible infrastructure that we're putting in place and make that park more accessible for people. I also participated in a bike tour with local stakeholders, looking at how we can improve the safety of bike paths and invest in bike and pedestrian paths for safe mobility throughout our region. Finally, Monday is Memorial Day, and it's a day to honor the women and men who have served in the U.S. military and who died while in service to the United States. So I'd ask you to spend, if you can, even a moment on Memorial Day to remember those folks. So that's this week's weekly recap with Rick, and we'll be back, take a little break, and be back the week of the 7th for you. Talk to you later. Bye.